Hi guys! Welcome back to Math and Accounting. For today's video, we tackle about partial sum of an arithmetic series. These are the formulas that we can use in finding the partial sum of an arithmetic series. We have two formulas. First, S sub n equals n times the quantity of a plus a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2, wherein the givens are a sub 1 and a sub n. The other formula is S sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, wherein the givens are a sub 1 and difference. Let's have an example. Find the sum of 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 up to plus 100. So it means included plus 10, plus 12, plus 14, and so on and so forth up to 100. So first, let's identify the givens. A sub 1 equals 2, a sub n equals 100. The difference, so let's subtract the two consecutive terms. 4 minus 2 equals 2, 6 minus 4 equals 2, 8 minus 6 equals 2. So the difference equals 2. So let's find first the number of terms from 2 up to 100. So let's use the formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. Substitute the values. A sub n equals 100. A sub 1 equals 2. Unknown n, copy n minus 1. Difference 2. Next, let's use distributive property. Distribute n minus 1 sa 2. So multiply, copy first 100 equals 2 plus n times 2 equals 2n. Negative times positive equals negative. 1 times 2 equals 2. Combine like terms, 2 and 2. So 2 minus 2 equals 0. So 100 equals 2n. Interchange lang natin. 2n equals 100. Next, divide. 100 divide 2 equals 50. So from 2 up to 100, there are 50 terms. Now, let's find their sum. So we can use these formulas. It depends on the given. So here we are going to use these two formulas. First formula, a sub n equals n times the quantity of a plus a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2. The givens, a sub 1 equals 2, a sub n equals 100, n equals 50. Substitute the values. A sub n equals 50, a sub 1 2, a sub n 100, and copy over 2. Next, add 2 plus 100 equals 102. Next, divide. So just copy S sub n equals 50, then yung 2. Next, divide. 102 over 2 equals 51. So just copy S sub n equals 50. Next, multiply. 50 times 51. The answer is 2,550. So the partial sum from 2 up to 100 is 2,550. Now, let's use the second formula. S sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. The givens, a sub 1 equals 2, difference equals 2, terms n equals 50. Substitute the values, n 50, a sub 1 2, n 50, difference 2. Next, 50 minus 1 equals 49. Just copy S sub n equals 50 over 2 times the quantity of 2 times 2 plus, then subtract 50 minus 1, 49, and copy 2. Next, multiply 2 times 2 equals 4. Pwede nyo ring i-multiply ito muna o kaya ito din. Pwede nyo pagsabayin. So here, 1 by 1 tayo. 2 times 2 equals 4. Just copy S sub n equals 50 over 2. Then also 49 times 2. Next, we multiply 49 times 2. So just multiply again. Copy again. 50 over 2 times 4. Then I multiply 49 times 2 equals 98. Next, operate inside the parentheses 4 and 98. 4 plus 98 equals 102. Copy again, S sub n equals 50 over 2. Next, operate. 50 divide 2 equals 25. Then multiply 25 times 102. The answer is 2,550. So in our first formula and second formula, we have the same answer, 2,550. Now let's have another example. Find the sum of 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus up to 100. Let's identify the givens. A sub 1 equals 5. A sub n equals 100. The difference, subtract the two consecutive terms. So first, 10 minus 5 equals 5. 15 minus 10 equals 5. So it means the common difference is 5. First, let's find how many terms are there from 5 up to 100. So let's use this formula. A sub n equals A sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. So A sub n equals 100. A sub 1 equals 5. Unknown n, so just copy n minus 1. The difference is 5. Next, let's use the distributive property. So copy 100 equals 5 plus, then n times 5 equals 5n. Negative times positive equals negative. 1 times 5 equals 5. Next, 5 minus 5 equals 0. So it remains 100 equals 5n. Interchange natin para mas madali. 5n equals 100. Then divide both sides. So since ito ay times, magiging divide. So 100 divide 5 equals 20. So there are 20 terms from 5 up to 100. Now let's find the partial sum using the first formula. The formula, these are the formula that we can use. So let's use this first formula. S sub n equals n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2. So the givens, we have a sub 1 equals 5. A sub n equals 100. There are 20 terms. Substitute the value. N is 20. A sub 1, 5. A sub n, 100. And copy the denominator 2. First, add muna natin. 5 plus 100 equals 105. So, just copy S of n equals 20 and copy also 2. Next, divide. 105 divide 2. So, copy again. S of n equals 20. So, when we divide, 105 divided by 2 equals 52.5. Next, multiply 20 times 52.5. The answer is 1,050. So, the sum from 5 up to 100 with the difference of 5 is 1,050. Now, let's use the second formula. S of n equals n over 2 times the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. The givens a sub 1 equals 5. Difference equals 5. Terms, there are 20 terms. Substitute the values. N, 20. A sub 1, 5. N, 20. Difference, 5. Next, subtract 20 minus 1 equals 19. Just copy S of n equals 20 over 2 times the quantity of 2 times 5 plus, then we subtract 20 minus 1 equals 19. Copy 5. Next, multiply 2 times 5 equals 10. Copy again. S of n equals 20 over 2 times, then 2 times 5, 10, plus copy 19 times 5. Next, multiply 19 times 5. Okay, copy again. S of n equals 20 over 2 times 10 plus 95. So, 19 times 5 equals 95. Next, 10 plus 95 equals 105. So, copy S of n equals 20 over 2. Then, the answer is 105. Next, divide. 20 divide 2 equals 10. Then, multiply 10 times 105. The answer is 1,050. So, in our first formula and second formula, we get the same answer, 1,050. So, the partial sum from 5 up to 100 with the difference of 5 is 1,050. Another example, find the sum of 14 plus 20 plus 26 plus blank plus up to 626. So let's identify first the givens. A sub 1 equals 14. A sub n equals 626. The difference, so let's subtract the two consecutive terms. 20 minus 14 equals 6. 26 minus 20 equals 6. So the difference equals 6. So first, let's find the number of terms from 14 up to 626. Let's use this formula. A sub n equals A sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. First, substitute the values. A sub n equals 626. A sub 1 equals 14 plus unknown yung n, so just copy n minus 1 times the difference equals 6. Next, use distributive property. So, copy 626 equals 14 plus n times 6 equals 6n. Negative times positive equals negative. 1 times 6 equals 6. Next, combine like terms 14 and 6. So, 14 minus 6 equals 8. So, just copy 6n. Next, interchange natin kasi it's easily to find if the unknown is in the left side. Mas madali kasi i-operate. So, mas nadadalian ako dun kasi pagpalitin natin, 6n plus 8 equals 626. Next, lipat natin yung constant to the right. Positive become negative. So it remains 6n equals 626. Positive, magiging negative, then 8. Next, subtract 626 minus 8 equals 618. Then divide 6. 618 divided by 6 equals 103. So there are 103 terms from 14 up to 626. Now let's find the sum using the two formulas. So we can use these formulas. So let's use first the first formula. A sub n equals n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2. The givens, a sub 1 equals 14, a sub n equals 626. There are 103 terms. Now, substitute the values. N equals 103, a sub 1 equals 14, a sub n equals 626, and copy 2. Next, add 14 plus 626. So, copy a sub n equals 103. Then, when we add 14 plus 626, it gives 640 and copy over 2. Next, divide. 640 divide 2 equals 320. So just copy 103. Then multiply 103 times 320. The answer is 32,960. So the sum is 32,960. Now let's use the second formula. The formula is S sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus times n minus 1 times d. Givens, a sub 1 equals 14, difference 6. There are 103 terms. So substitute the values. N 103, a sub 1 14, n 103, difference 6. Next, subtract 103 minus 1. The answer is 102. Just copy S sub n equals 103 over 2 times the quantity of 2 times 14 and also copy 6 na difference. Next, multiply 2 times 14. The answer is 28. So copy again. S sub n equals 103 over 2. Then the answer, when we multiply 2 times 14 equals 28. Plus, just copy 102 times 6. Next, multiply 102 times 6. Okay, copy again. S sub n equals 103 over 2 times 20, the quantity of 28 plus 602. 602 is the answer when we multiply 102 times 6. Next, add 28 plus 612 equals 640. So copy 103 over 2. Next, divide 103 divided by 2 equals 51.5. Then multiply 51.5 times 640. The answer is 32,960. Another one, find the sum of 21 plus 29 plus 37 plus blank up to 765. Identify the givens. A sub 1 equals 21. A sub n equals 765. Difference equals 8. Now let's find the number of terms from 21 up to 765. Let's use this formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. Substitute the values. A sub n equals 765. A sub 1 equals 21 plus n is unknown. Copy n minus 1. The difference is 8. Next, let's use distributive properties. Copy 765 equals 21 plus n times 8 equals 8n. Negative times positive equals negative. 1 times 8 equals 8. Next, combine like terms. 21 minus 8. So, copy 765 equals 8n plus 13. 13 is the answer when we multiply 21, when we subtract 21 and 8. Next, interchange natin. 8n plus 13 equals 765. Ginagawa ko ito kasi mas madaling gamitin if the unknown is in the left side. Then, negative magiging, positive magiging negative. So, 8n equals 765 minus 13. So, yung negative na to, transpose na equal magiging negative. Positive, negative. Then, 13. Next, subtract 765 minus 13. So, matitira ay 8n. So, diniretso ko na kasi wala na space. 752. 765 minus 13 equals 752. Then, divide natin yung 8. So, itong 8 magiging divide. So, multiply, magiging divide sa kabila. Then, 752 divide 8 equals 94. So, there are 94 terms. Now, let's find the partial sum using the first formula. So, these are the formulas that we can use. So, first, let's use the first formula. S sub n equals n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2. The givens, a sub 1 equals 24. A sub n equals 765. There are 94 terms. Substitute the values. S sub n equals, there are 94 terms. A sub 1, 21. A sub n, 765. And copy over 2. Next, add natin 21 plus 765. Copy. S sub n equals 94. Then, when we add, the answer is 786. Then, copy over 2. Next, divide. 786 divide 2. The answer is 393. So, copy 94. Next, multiply. 94 times 393. The answer is 36,942. So, the partial sum is 36,942. Next, let's use the second formula. A sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Givens, a sub 1 equals 21. Difference equals 8. There are 94 terms. Substitute the values. N, 94. A sub 1, 21. 94 n. Difference 8. Then, subtract 94 minus 90. 94 minus 1 equals 93. So, copy lang yung natira. Next, multiply. 93 times, 2 times 21 muna. 42. Then, 93 times 8. 744. So, kinopya lang natin yung iba. Then, add 42 plus 744 equals 786. Then, divide 94 divide 2 equals 47. Then, 47 times 786 equals 36,942. So, that's all for this video. Sana nakatulong ako sa inyo. Okay, so, pa-shout out kay Chicks Kumbadoy. Thank you for watching.